Um, I was diagnosed with Crohn's in 2007, which opened me up to the spirituality. I was facing death and suffered quite a bit, actually. And then something happened. I opened up and started looking for spiritual teachings. Now, where I'm at now is through feeling the energy moving through my body. There's energy that seems to be stuck in the solar plexus area quite often. Now, when I get acupuncture or something like that, or sometimes I manage to move the energy through myself just by experiencing it. But I was wondering if you could comment on moving energy through the body and anything like that, from the lower chakras into the higher chakras.
From my experience, when energy gets stuck, if I can try to do things to move it, and it moves, but then it comes back, right? It gets stuck again. So there's usually you can say it's a reason that it's stuck. Maybe you don't know what it is, and it's not really, to me, it's not really important to find out. Just to be aware where it's stuck. And energy has its own time. When the chi flows, it also has its own time and when it's going to flow. Just like in the Kundalini awakening, the energy that moves up the spine, it's going to move in its own time, and it moves. It doesn't all just go whoosh, and it's done. Oftentimes it sits in different places. Perhaps that energy is unlocking different energies that's there, or getting mixed up in that energy, or that you're not open in this moment for that energy to release. Whatever that energy is, I don't want to name it anything or call it anything, but it's just energy. So it's good that, we do our things because it could be actually sometimes quite painful, I could imagine, because it was for me as well. And is sometimes. It still gets stuck in certain places. And all I can do is just sort of watch it. I've watched, in a matter of years, an energy that has come from down here, moving up, getting stuck, moving up here, getting stuck, moving up here, getting stuck. And over a course of years, it's just like slowly moving up. So if we can just accept the fact that, okay, this is how it is, without any expectation that it should be different, and just, you can say, meditate with it, something may just be revealed to you in that energy, because that energy can also hold some great teaching, some great wisdom. Something is there, because it's energy. It may be something that you're holding on to of the past, or maybe emotional wound, you don't know. It could be even something, even just what I've also experienced is that a teaching also comes from that energy. That energy teaches me something. And it's there. And how wonderful that even, sometimes this energy can also, being stuck, especially if it's emotional wounds, the pain body, can also cause illnesses. And it's through this illness that you actually came into the spiritual realm of things, right? Your spiritual teaching, you decided to go into it. The same thing with me. I didn't have sort of a physical illness, but I was suffering from a lot of depression. And that's what moved me. I mean, the suffering, whether it's physical, whether it's mental, psychological, emotional, it moves us into awakening. It's the crack. Otherwise, when we have, especially here in the West, this relatively comfortable life, it takes a lot to shake a comfortable life. And often what's left is the physical, the emotional, the psychological, the mental realm of things. The physical health. Some people spiritually awaken on the physical realm because, they don't have enough food to eat. I remember the first time going to India and seeing the poverty that was there and looking into the eyes of these people who, what I called, lived in such poverty. And they had this light shining through their eyes. And I'm like, my gosh, I want what they have. Because they had something inwardly that I didn't have. But I had everything, so-called relatively, outwardly that they didn't have. It's like, what's happening here? What's going on? So life brings us to the search when we're ready. And it uses whatever means to get us there, to wake us up. And for you, it's a physical illness. So this energy that's stirring around, that's here in the solar plexus, which is often said the solar plexus holds our power. And you may hear other things, areas that hold certain, this is your emotional center, this is this, and that. I would suggest that you actually drop all those and discover it for yourself. Find out what it is. It may have nothing to do with power. It may have nothing to do with whatever the books say. It's your discovery of your own experience, which gives you wisdom. And the foundation, the rock, the anchor to hold you to your awakening of your spiritual essence. You become unshakable through the outside if you can discover your answers within you and what it means for you. What is this energy? What's this here? And it will keep on coming back until we actually look at it, accept it fully, without any expectation that it'll ever go away.
Yeah, that seems to be the case, yeah. I seem to sit with it, and over the past 3 years, I've been building slowly, like being only able to sit with it for maybe even a split second to now, especially when I'm here, I seem to be able to sit with it for longer periods of time, and slowly exactly what you're describing is happening. Each time something shifts around, there's like a deep epiphany that comes out of it where I couldn't even describe it in words, but then there's still the majority of it still there, and it's like, more of this?
Yeah, I know.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. This spiritual awakening, this journey that we're on, it really is, it's a shift in consciousness, yes, but it's also a shift within our own bodies. I mean, I often feel like as if little knots are being untied within me, and the energy in me is being shifted around to something that was sort of stagnant and solid, to something that flows, because life is movement. I mean, it just moves. Energy is meant to move. It flows. So it flows within our body. So you just watch even your thoughts. If you hang on to a particular thought, in other words, identify with that thought. And I've witnessed this just watching it in meditation myself. Identifying with the thought, and I was surprised to see how that energy, which is a thought form as energy, solidifies, even in my body. It's like we become rigid. the more that we believe in thoughts, your thought forms. There's this fluid of life is unable to flow. But when we empty ourselves of all these thought forms, then life can flow through, and it does flow through. It's like, have you experienced pain in your body, and then when you're one with life, you've been in stillness, and it's like, my God, I don't have this pain anymore. Wow, I can move. I couldn't move like this before. And then, soon enough, a thought comes, and you identify with it, and more thoughts come, and you identify with it, and soon that fluid movement all of a sudden becomes, oh, you wake up one morning, you're like, oh, geez, what happened? It's back. Stillness is the true healer. It's healing on all levels.